Team today, LSU, really a hard matchup. I think Waters is one of the leading candidates for freshman of the year. You know, the other night he had 28 and 9, I think. He makes everybody better. He scores the ball. So we were really concerned about that matchup. He got 25 tonight, so I wasn't really pleased with the job we did there. But we did a lot of other things well. We rebounded it well. We did not make free throws tonight. Atrocious job at the, we were just atrocious at the line. But we found a way to win and finished a lot of plays. So these wins are hard to get, so we feel good about the victory.
Questions?
Coach, you ended the first half on a run and then started the second half on a 11-0 run. What kind of went into that, and how do you think that impacted the overall outcome of the game?
You know, we were able to play from in front, and you know, we haven't practiced in here much, and so I was a little concerned how we'd shoot the ball. I don't know if that you attributed to our poor start from the three-point line or poor foul shooting, but we were able to play from in front. We got a big tip in at the end of the half, which gave us some more momentum. And then, you know, when you have a cushion like that, you can afford a couple mistakes. At one time, we had 3 freshmen on the court there in the game, and those guys are going to make some errors, but we're starting to trust them more and more. And we just feel, you know, fortunate that we had that lead, so we could play through those mistakes.
Coach, I mean, Yante Maton sort of had his typical night tonight, but he climbed up the school record books, and he's now second in career points and number 5 in career rebounds. I mean, is there a way you can kind of put into words the legacy and the importance he's left on this program throughout these 4 years?
You know, Yante Maton, top 5 in scoring, top 5 in rebounding, top 5 in block shots. Probably has a chance to be top 5 in wins. Number 1 is the quality of young person I've ever been around. I mean, he's got tremendous character. I mean, he is as good a person as I've ever been associated with. And we've had a lot of great kids. He is an absolute stud of a person. He has had a phenomenal career statistically. I think he would probably give the credit away. He had tremendous leaders when he came in with Marcus Thornton and Nemi Jurisic, and he saw great examples from day one. And you know, Jonas Hayes often says it amazes him how coachable Yante Maton remains. A lot of guys have great success, and sometimes they don't listen as much when they start putting up these numbers. Yante has remained unbelievably coachable, and has just been he's just been an absolute phenomenal, you know, college basketball player, and I hope that he'll be able to finish on a high note.
Coach, Rayshawn tonight obviously had a huge game, 21 points. He seemed to be playing a lot more aggressively over these last few games. What's gone into his rise over these last few weeks?
Well, Rayshawn is just, he's a freshman who's starting to get comfortable. You know, he's had to play and start and do a lot of things, and I thought today, you know, I didn't want to put 2 freshmen in the lineup today. We've been starting 2 freshmen, and when I moved Tishon in there, I didn't want to start 3, and I just felt like the matchups were best if we put him back off the bench. He handled it great. We talked about it on Thursday, and he had a tremendous approach, but I just think he's getting more comfortable, starting to show signs of being a sophomore, and you know, he's just a young guy who's had to learn a lot on the fly this year, and he's finally, I think, having some confidence and recognizing what he's supposed to do.
Mark, you mentioned the 3-point shooting that was rough in the first half. Just how did y'all overcome all those misses to still put up great offensive numbers? Just what was the key to?
Well, we rebounded the ball well. You know, we rebounded it well, and obviously that's important. And then in the second half, we got a couple in at the start, which kind of loosened it up a little bit for us too.
Deontay could have gotten up to number 2. I don't know, you did like 13 and 6 or something. Why was he so effective tonight to go 27-11, 6 blocks? What was it about today? So
Well, the one thing is we had a size advantage in the game, and we tried to make sure that we utilized that. And you know, one thing about Deontay, he can score over both shoulders. He can shoot the ball facing the basket. He's a very complete player, and so it's hard to. That's why he's been so consistent. You know, he's seen 100 different defenses, but he's got such a complete game, and he's experienced enough to know, you know, how to use, you know, those skills with what the defense is giving him.
Hey, Mark, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I know you have been very outspoken in the past about some of the current issues facing the college basketball landscape. I'm curious your take on the news that came out yesterday, where this sort of leaves the sport as you guys head into what should be sort of the peak of the season, and how you think the NCAA has been handling it so far.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with how people have treated our game. It's absolutely disgusting. You know, there's always going to be unethical behavior. And let's say we give each team $1 million to pay your players. You know, someone's not going to like the salary cap, and they're going to find a way around it. But whatever the rules are, and I'm all in favor of trying to find ways to help these kids more and more. And if it's a way to get the kids compensated more, I'm 100% behind that. But whatever regulations we have in place, we're supposed to follow them. And it's like we play a baseball game, and my team gets 4 outs per inning, and your team gets 3. That's not fair. And the way people have treated our game, it's just disgusting. And it starts with the coaches and everybody else. And then you ask how the NCAA's handled it. The NCAA is made up of member institutions. How are the institutions handling it? You know, that would be my first question. You know, how are they handling it? Putting their head in the sand and looking the other way, or dealing with it? I sat my team down and we talked about it. You know, why it's important in life to do things the right way. And I know I'm giving you a longer answer than you want, but it's just. I'm past anger, sadness. It's disgusting, and we're really hurting the game, which the game has been so good to everybody. I think everyone in here, most of you probably are being paid to cover the game. Okay, the game. The game educates kids. It teaches so many lessons, and we have treated the game so poorly.
I guess following up on that, I know I talked to you about this yesterday, Bob, but have you had to back off a player and lost a player because of money being paid to that guy? And second part, should your status and tenure here be judged based on that you tried to do it the right way? You may not have won as many games because of that.
You know, most of those things that occur happen in the shadows and the darkness. So most of the time, nobody ever finds out, even though you know your instincts tell you what's going on. Until the FBI's gotten involved, people didn't know it, you know. So absolutely, we've had some situations where we didn't get players because of that reason, and other teams have too. But I firmly believe that you can still do this job the right way, and that's how we're going to do it.
Kind of on a more positive note, I mean, obviously you guys scored 93 points tonight. I think the last time you scored around that much was last year against Auburn. But I asked Rayshawn, you know, about scoring that much, and he mainly mentioned how they were scoring, how it was so fun. What's it like to see your team, you know, having fun playing at a high level on offense this late in the season.
Well, they, you know, obviously they were extending their defense, so there were some open opportunities at the back end. And, you know, kids like to play that way, but when a team's behind, they have to do that to try and force turnovers, so it opened up some opportunities. But it was good to see those kids enjoy it.
Just a quick follow. When did you talk to your team about the NCAA issues? Was that in the last 36 hours or something?
I talked to our team on yesterday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was their reaction to what you guys said?
Just listened, you know. I think I was meeting with you guys yesterday. When I met with you guys yesterday. That's before the last thing came out, which came out either late last night or this morning. But you know, our job is to educate these kids on and prepare them for later in life, and so we talked about it. Yeah, because some of those guys that are mentioned are their friends, you know, and so I just thought it was important to talk about.
Any more questions? That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks.